Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, call Holo by Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Well, blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. Akim, Aqua, let's listen in. Yahweh, Lord willing, blessings edifying. Brother Shabbat, back at you with another lesson. And title of this lesson is Valuable Asset. All right. Second volume of the breakfast oil. So Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. And going into the title, valuable asset, something I was just thinking about of how important we are. And it's not to exalt ourselves or anything like that, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is to be exalted above all things. Right. Again, it's not, trying to be cocky or anything like that or exalt ourselves, but we are a valuable asset, because the Lord is using us as his mouthpiece. Right. And for the Lord to use us as his mouthpiece means that the Lord has found us worthy to represent him and his word. Okay. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Barakatah. So, I was looking up the word valuable asset definition, and it says a useful or valuable quality, person or thing, an advantage or resource, proved herself an asset to the company, a valuable item that is owned. All right, so just based off of that, okay, a useful or valuable quality, yeah, because again, we are being used as that mouthpiece for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to represent him, and we have to always make sure that we're not handling the word deceitfully. We have to make sure that we're constantly feeding the sheep, because the sheep depend on us to give this word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right? If you don't give the word, our people, they lack that. If you're not giving the word, they lack that. That good old oil that you got to give them. All right. So our people are literally depending on us to always give them something to continue to keep them in the faith, to continue to, keep pushing harder. Right. And that's why the Lord told, Simon, 3 times to feed my sheep, because 3 represents understanding. So that was 3 times to Peter was an understanding of what was your mission. All right. So we have to constantly always keep pushing and giving our people this word, all right, to continue to comfort each other. Because these words, that's what they are, they're comforting. So our people. So the moment you're not giving your people the word, you're making your people uncomfortable. Our people that believe in this truth, they want to make sure that at all times they're comforted through the word. Why? Because the Lord is using us as his mouthpiece. So that's basically Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, literally comforting you at all times through the Spirit. Okay? Beautiful. This is Spirit right there. This is First John. If you could, Bubba Kushar, brother, put the second verse to that. It's First John 3:1. And it says, behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of Yahweh. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. See? And that's what we are. We are the sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord willing. So who else is doing prophets, man? Set up that way. Not only dealing with a certain amount of people, dealing with those that you will least expect. Oh, Shaw, brother, if you could put up James 1:27, all right, because the Lord moves in a way where he keeps himself unspotted from the world. So he's going to deal with a very small remnant, and a remnant that you would least expect is part of, his truth. Okay, grab that. This is beloved. It says, "Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and it does not yet appear what we shall be." Yeah, because to the world it doesn't appear like we are those men. We sounding like we crazy. We sounding like we bugged out. You know. Uh, sorry. You gotta New Jersey. You gotta get into the other damn lane when it's a cop. Um. So going back, it says, "Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and it does not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is." Because when Yahweh Shah comes back, that's how we're gonna be glorified along with him. All right, which all glory always goes to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah first. At the end of the day, we're nobody, but the Lord said that he's gonna glorify us together. You know, so it don't seem like it to the people right now. Why? Because, like I said, grab it real quick. James 1:27. This is James 1:27, and it says, "Pure religion and undefiled." Matter of fact, let me bring it up one. It says, "If any man among you seem to be religious, and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, the man's religion is vain." It says, "Pure religion and undefiled before Yahweh, and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, to keep himself unspotted from the world." See, so he gonna use somebody that you would least expect, all right, to keep himself unspotted from the world. Meaning, it's almost like it's a secret. All right? He's not gonna use somebody like a celebrity or a rap artist as a star. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna use a Denzel Washington, or what I'm saying? He's gonna use somebody that you least expect. He uses the weak, to confound the mighty. Got that. 1 Corinthians 1, and this is 1 Corinthians 1:17. Says, "For Hamashiach sent me not to be baptized, but to preach the gospel." All right, not with wisdom of words, lest the cross of Hamashiach should be made of none effect. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perished foolishness, but unto us which are saved it is the power of Yahweh. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and I will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. You see? So he's gonna use those that are that look foolish to the world. That's how you keep yourself unspotted. All right. And it says, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Has not Yahweh made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh. It pleased Yahweh by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe, you see? And he uses those that are, again, going into those that are made a spectacle unto the world. Were made as a spectacle unto these people, man. No way he can have the truth. Talk about that guy right there that looked like a bum. It's in his little, his little long garment looking like a dress. Yeah, that's the dude the Lord is dealing with. Okay. It says, I'll drop down to 23, but it says, but we preach a Mashiach crucified, unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greeks foolishness. But unto them which are called both Jews and Greeks, a Mashiach, the power of Yahweh, and the wisdom of Yahweh, because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men, and the weakness of Yahweh is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many are called. You see, not many are called and not many mighty. It's going to be people that are what? Weak in this world. It says, but Yahweh has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and Yahweh has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, and base things of the world, and things which are despised has Yahweh chosen. Yeah, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. You see? So that's who the Lord is dealing with, man. Not dealing with these top people, famous people, anything like that. He keeps himself unspotted from the world. Right? So that's why we're such a valuable asset. Just like we read what the brother brought out, you know, 1 John 3:1. All right. We don't appear like that to these people. See, we're gonna have, we're gonna be glorified later. The Lord said in due time He will exalt you. All right, so we're gonna be exalted in due time. All right, and again, all praise and honor always goes to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Even when we are exalted, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna continue to exalt Yahweh Shai higher than anything. Okay, because we don't even deserve this truth at the end of the day, man. But because we have been given this truth, we gotta appreciate it, right? So this is beautiful. This is James 2:5. James 2:5, and it says, hearken, my beloved brethren, has not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, and heirs of the kingdom which He has promised to them that love Him. Yeah, see, He has chosen the poor, the afflicted, the forlorn. Okay, going into Jude 9:11. All right, those that are rich in faith. Might not seem like we have, the finer things of life, none of that's right, because the Lord is dealing with those that are rich in faith. To be rich in faith is to be the most richest person in the world. Okay, so going back to that definition of valuable asset, it says a useful or valuable quality. All right, so we're very useful to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, we are His valuable quality. All right, when you go into I believe is Deuteronomy. Grab it real quick. Deuteronomy 14:2. Oh, yep, brother got it. That's the spirit right there. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy power, and the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. When you go into that peculiar, all right, grab that real quick. Salakia. Peculiar people. Peculiar goes into Segulah. Goes into Segulah, and it says possession, property is the point. Valued property, peculiar treasure. See? So we're considered as that valuable property to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Going back to what it just said, and valuable asset, it said a useful or valuable quality. Okay? Person or thing. So we're valued, we are valued to Yahushua. Okay? It says a resource. Yeah, because we are the resource to all of our people. All right, we're an advantage because we have advantage over the world of knowing the secrets of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because surely he will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto the servants, the prophets. All right, it says or resource. Okay, again, we are the resource to everybody. We're holding the keys basically to everyone's salvation that is meant to have it. All right, the keys is Yahushua. Okay, matter of fact, let me grab that. This is Job, I think it's 12. Job 12. No, it's not 12. 1 second. In whose hands is the breath of life? KJV, Job. It is 12. Salaki. Job 12:10. And it says, 9, it says, who knoweth not in all these that the hand of the Lord has wrought this, and whose hand is the soul of every living thing and the breath of all mankind, which we understand that, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is the one that has, he's the one that's in control. He's the one that has, the soul of every living thing, because the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, is the father of spirits, right? But on a spiritual level, okay, the prophets beholds, okay, the breath of life. That's what this truth is. This word, this truth is the breath of life. All right, this is what's going to keep you alive, and we are holding that in our hands. And this is why the Lord chose us to go out there and bring out this word. This is how we're that valuable asset. We're that important because the Lord, when men went to inquire of the Lord, like it tells you in 1 Samuel 9:9, all right, what did they do? They went to go see the prophets. They went to go see the seers back in the day, because that's what they were called. All right, so when man wanted to inquire of the Lord, all right, wanted answers of Yahweh, they had to go to the prophets. So that's why we're that valuable asset. Okay, it says, read that one more time. It says, in whose hand is the soul of every living thing and the breath of all mankind? Does not the ear try words and the mouth taste his meat? With the ancient is wisdom, and the length of days and understanding. And we, like I said, first is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. But on a spiritual aspect, all right, us that are ancient, okay, spirit of the prophet is subject onto the prophet. So we were out there in the spirit, who was out there in the ancient times, bringing out the word also. Okay. 1 second. And it says, does not the ear try the words? All right. Because, you have to gain faith, your faith come by hearing. All right. And it says, the mouth tastes, and does not the mouth taste as meat? Yeah, because this truth is considered as that meat. All right. As a matter of fact, the Lord said that in I forgot how it goes to scripture. Says that he given us, let me see, hold on. But I have given you milk and not meat, KJV. Yeah, that's what it is. 1 Corinthians 3:2. And it says, I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able. Yeah, because the Lord gives you milk, meaning he gives it to you small first. All right, those that are weaned, to whom shall he teach knowledge? Those that are weaned from the milk, from the breast. All right, meaning you got to take in little by little. You can't just go in, dive head first, and expect for you to wow, all this knowledge. No, you have to build yourself up. You're given the basics. Okay, you're building that rock solid foundation, which is Yahweh Shai. Right? He doesn't give you meat right off the rip. It's like Apostle Ron Lob always goes into. When you're a baby, you start off with milk, and then you start with baby. Then you go to baby food. Then you get the meat here and there. Okay. So does not the mouth try the meat? I think that's how it was. It says, does not the ears try the words, and the mouth taste his meat? Meaning, yeah, you taste his word. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be eating this roll at the end of the day. Okay, eating this roll is you eating this meat little by little, gaining that knowledge. So again, we are the ones that hold the soul, in whose hands is the soul of every living thing and the breath of all mankind, us. That's how important it is to listen to what we got to say, because you're not turning us down. You're turning Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai down at the end of the day. All right. And that's all going to come to the light, that we was those true men of the Lord. When all these things shall come to pass, all right, Lord willing, we are. All right, when all these things come to pass, we're going to be what? All right, you're going to realize that there was a prophet among you the whole entire time, trying to give you salvation, give you the keys to salvation. Salaki. Can't see shit. This is Second Ezra 6:55, and it says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because thou madest the world for our sakes. All right. And that's exactly right. The world was created for our sake. So that's why everything that was written aforetime was written for our learning. It was written for us to learn from. Okay. Everything that was written aforetime was written by ourselves at the end of the day. Because, you have what you call reincarnation. So you fall into your lot. All right. Who are we? We don't know. All right. Certain brothers, we knew who they were, through the spirit. All right. But, we're just doing what we're supposed to do, falling into each and one of our lots. Okay, and he didn't deal with the rest of these other nations. It says, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, all right, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from the vessel. All right, the Lord not dealing with them. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. It says, but as thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. You see, that's how valuable we are. The Lord's, said that we're his firstborn, his only begotten. All right, the fervent lover. All right, going into that peculiar treasure once again. Okay, we have to endure this to the end. This is so something else. Second select. That's what this is 1 Peter 5:5. It says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder, yet all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For Yahweh resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble, showing you who he deal with. Okay, showing you that that's going to be those men that are a valuable asset unto him. Okay, this is Proverbs 22:4, and it says, by humility and the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are riches and honor and life. Okay, let's grab that one more time. Valuable asset definition. It says a useful, valuable quality, person or thing, an advantage or resource proved herself an asset to the company, because that's what we're doing. We're proving to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that we are worthy to be out there and represent, him and his word. All right. We're proving that we are, worthy to be given that diligence to make our election and calling sure. Right? It says a valuable item that is owned. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we are owned by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right? We belong to nobody else but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Not Esau, all right, not anybody of this world, but of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And it's the spirit that beareth witness, all right, that we are the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so we got to sit back and sometimes think to ourselves, the Lord ain't just called us into this truth for no reason, man. He called us to this truth for a reason, because he found us worthy, all right, to be a representation for him. All right, he found us worthy to be his men. All right, and that's something beautiful within itself that we have to remind ourselves daily. Okay. Matter of fact, I think there's one more. I think I just lost the train of thought. Real quick, let me see if I remember where was that. In 1 second. No, that's not the one I wanted. Anyway, but no, that's pretty much the point. Anyway, there's another one. I can't remember where it's at right now. But
Just got to keep reminding ourselves that we are valid. Because that's another thing. The reason I brought this up is because Satan be trying to get with your mind, man. He tries to mess with your mind and make you feel like you're not good enough for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Like you're not good enough for this truth, but that's just the Lord, all right, messing with I mean, Salaki, that's just Satan messing with our minds. All right. You have to continue to fight those that nonsense. You got to rebuke Satan on that. Because if you got to just think, if you weren't of value to the Lord, then why would he use you from the beginning? We're called into this truth for a reason, man. All right. To repent and to have a chance of salvation. All right. And for us to see what's to come, to have the eye salve and to see that this place is falling apart is everything. Because look at the rest of these people that are walking around and have no fucking clue what's going on. They just like completely lost, completely blinded. And we could easily be made blinded like that. But we're still here. If you wake up every day and you still calling upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, if you still going on the highways and hedges, hey, be thankful, man. Remember that you are value to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. Because if you one that comes to this truth and falls out, or one that, might have been doing work for such a long time and then all of a sudden you're not doing this because you were never of the elect. So you have to be thankful every single moment that you have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You have to continue to keep putting on as the elect. All right. The Lord said, woe to them that have lost patience, man. If you lose patience in this truth, that's the wrong move, man. You should not quench the spirit. You have to stay on fire at all times. All right. And we have to continue to feed our people with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding every single day. All right. The more we are feeding the people, they're growing also, but us ourselves are continually growing by bringing out that word over and over and over again. All right. Constantly keeping ourselves occupied with this word. I was chopping it up with the brothers on last night. I was talking about that. Even if you feel like you haven't been doing as much as you should be, continue to keep yourself in the game. Like the brother was saying, why would you want to start and then be sitting on the bench? So no matter what you do, you might not be having the greatest game, but you're gonna keep pushing in that game because you don't want to be taken out. You don't want to be taken out the way and made a castaway. So you have to keep pushing always, over and over and over again, keeping it in your mind that salvation is right around the corner, knowing that Satan is going to try to blur your vision at all times. But you got to keep your eyes on the prize. Okay? You got to keep thinking Yahweh Shai. That's why the Lord said, let not this word depart from thy mouth, for that then thou will make thy way prosperous, successful. Tells you that in Joshua 1:8. So no matter what, how Satan get up at your mind and make you feel like you ain't shit, you might be having an off day, a bad game, all right? But make sure to keep yourself in that lineup, man. Don't get cut, because once this spirit is taken away from you, you're not getting that back unless the Lord has tremendous compassion on you for a reason. All right, you're not gonna get that spirit back. You have to continue to keep your candle lit at all times. You can never let that candle go out. How do you do that? By continually having oil to continue to light your candle over and over again. As it's starting to, fade away, well, you got to add the oil to it to go, to continue to burn. That's how important it is. Don't ever let that candle go out. Okay. So I'll pretty much leave it at that. I'll read this real quick. This is First Thessalonians 5:9. For Yahweh has not appointed repentance and salvation, man. That's beautiful right there. The Lord ain't have to go Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith, enduring as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. All right. The water for tuning in, the water for the precepts, brother. Appreciate it. All right. And may you guys have a prosperous day through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom. Shalom.